That's just kind of cool. I like that. Hey, whoa, welcome to the Doug Rice Show. I landed that quite nicely. All right, folks, this is the evening show, the news for you to peruse. I am Doug Rice with the hat, without, with on, with off. Who cares? I don't know. It's just got to be, I don't know, the just way I come on the show, huh? I watch specific YouTube channels. I watch specific YouTube channels for a specific purpose. The purpose of these YouTube channels is to inform. And what I've found is that if you consistently look at the right channels, you will be consistently informed. Now, look, I've given you guys as much, as much YouTube channel identification as I can. I've told you about New York Prepper. I've told you about Canadian Prepper. I've told you about suspicious observers. I've told you about all these folks you need to take a look at. Mr. MBB333, a local guy, Chandler, Arizona. These are folks you can take a keen eye on. But now we are watching the last days to start this soiree. And that's going to give us some information about the weather and all these other things. So I'm going to let this first clip play so we can get keyed in on weather things. Here we go. All right, so we're going to check out the last days first, and then we're going to go to the first days last. No, I'm just joking, folks. Let me get this passed and listen up carefully. This is good stuff.
Turkey.
Oğlum var ya.
Heavy downpours continue in the south and southwest of Turkey, causing flooding in the Aegean and Mediterranean seas. More than half of Turkey's provinces have declared an orange threat level due to the hurricane, heavy rains, and storm. The city of Izmir was hit hardest and rescuers had to evacuate people by boat. Roads turned into lakes and seawater rushed onto sidewalks. City authorities are asking residents to move their cars off the roadsides, and emergency services are asking residents to stay safe. The Dardanelles Strait is closed to north-south ship traffic, and storms and heavy rain have intensified in many provinces. Major cities such as Antalya and Izmir have been submerged. The sea level rose by 1 meter due to the rains, causing serious consequences. The Black Sea is also in a stormy state, with the height of the Bosphorus waves hitting the Besiktas neighborhood in Istanbul. 15% of flights have been cancelled at Istanbul Airport due to the storm.
My daughter just came from Istanbul with her fiance, and for those of you that watch, keep track of me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm a public person. I am out there everywhere. Doug Rice Show. So, as a content creator, which is all I am, a content creator. I am not a social influencer. I'm not a social media influencer. I thought that was a good moniker to keep, but no, I am simply a content creator, which is much more accurate. And this is interesting. And more importantly, and the reason I stopped is they're not reporting these weather conditions. This is happening in Turkey. This is happening all over the globe, all over different places, Saudi Arabia, Mecca. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. But I just wanted to stop, make sure you heard that and knew that.
Sicily, Italy. Etna volcano. On the island of Sicily in Italy, another lava eruption of the volcano Etna has begun. The volcano woke up on Saturday night. This is its second explosion since early November. Characteristic bright lava jets erupted from the crater, rising to a height of several tens to hundreds of meters. Emissions of ash, gas, and water vapor are heading eastward. The Etna volcano is the highest active volcano in Europe and was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in June 2013. The volcano's activity is predicted to continue for a few more days. Local authorities assure that this eruption does not pose a threat to the local population, despite the orange danger level. The current phase of Etna's activity does not affect the normal functioning of the airport in Catania, Sicily.
Now you got to admit that looks pretty scurry, and that's in Italy, huh? I mean, so we've got a volcano in Italy. We've got another one in Iceland, right? We've got a volcano in Iceland. We've got one in Italy. We've got another one elsewhere, I believe in the South Pacific or the Pacific Ocean. It almost appears that there's something underneath the Earth agitating the Earth, or something outside of the atmosphere that has affected the inner core of the Earth, and it's reverberating outward, which is, if you looked at suspicious observers, you would learn about these kinds of things and kind of connect the dots prophetically as well as scientifically. But that's really, I wanted to point that out. We're just going to look first at the weather around the world, and then we're going to cover some news. So you guys like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for being here. Do what you see below, and let's find out what we can know.
Crimea, Russia. Storm winds of up to 40 meters per second that hit the Crimean Peninsula have become the strongest in the last 16 years. The height of waves on the southern and southeastern coast of Crimea reaches 8 to 9 meters. The Black Sea went beyond its shores and flooded settlements and roads. Powerful winds felled trees and overturned cars. All over the peninsula, people were left without electricity. Public transportation is suspended. Schools and social institutions are closed today. Because of the storm, the authorities have declared a state of emergency. As a result of the storm, the number of victims in the Crimea increased to 10 people, 1 person died. Also, because of the storm, all the animals in the museum aquarium of Sevastopol died. They were about 800. The wind tore off the ventilation system on the roof of the building, and the halls of the museum were flooded with water. All equipment failed, including pumps and ventilation. At the moment, more than 500,000 people remain without electricity. Forecasts of forecasters are disappointing. The elements have not yet receded. Odessa, Ukraine. Today, November 27th, Ukraine was hit by a snowstorm. As a result, almost 400 settlements in 10 regions of the country are de-energized. Due to strong wind and snowfall, more than 130 settlements were left without light. In Odessa, a boiler house pipe collapsed due to the wind, leaving local residents without heating. The Odessa City Administration said that due to difficult weather conditions and power voltage fluctuations, it is forced to temporarily suspend the work of major district boiler houses in order to prevent further emergencies and preserve the stable functioning of the equipment. She also
I gotta stop for just a sec, folks. I'm gonna just ask. My name's Doug Rice. Thank you for showing up. This is Doug Rice Show. What I'm doing is covering a little news. We're going to start with this video, and then we're going to get to the Negro news for us to peruse. But I need to know, you guys, we're experiencing this video together. I'm bringing this to you, no matter how many might show. But tell me if you think that looks normal. I mean, does that seem like it's like just, you know, kind of everyday winter in Ukraine? I mean, this is just a little bit extreme, a little bit, you know, and no one really is kind of pointing out that the wind, brothers and sisters, the winds within the confines of this earth. Please understand, this is important, and I'm gonna go ahead and focus you for a minute. I want you to focus, all right? Everything, and listen carefully, every act, every occurrence, every violent act, every gunshot that has taken a life, every bomb that's gone off, every frequency that we have transmitted as energy within the confines of this place is still here, reverberating, bouncing, and has nowhere else to go. Now, it may seep into the earth, but no energy is wasted. Now, I want you now to understand, kind of take that to another level and understand that when the flood happened, there were beings that existed within the confines of this canopy that is above us all, okay? And when they were destroyed, when the physicality of these beings were destroyed, what was left over was spirit. And that spirit had no place in the heavenly realm, so it was confined to this realm. And though these beings are ethereal, and though you may not be able to, at most times, connect with them, there are some on this planet that can connect with those beings. And as well, we know that the birth pangs of the approaching kingdom of Almighty God affect this reality. It appears that the planet, along with all other existence surrounding us, has been affected by something you can kind of consider a touch tone. The touch tone is, if you think of something that gives a tone, or something that you can ding on, in a bell, anything, that tone has released action within creation, and everything is responding. The sun is reacting. Everything that is, if you will, sentient, including this earth, as they suck the life's blood out of it to its least common denominator. But what we're looking at and what we're seeing down there, that's not normal. That's not normal, and it's brought upon the planet by prophecy as well as purposefully by the actions of those the Creator has called ruining the earth. And the Creator is coming to bring to ruin those ruining the earth. Now, what do they look like? Do they look like you and me? Are we Negroes ruining the earth? Are we starting world wars? Are we enriching ourselves off the planet's resources? Are we funneling those resources to certain segments of this globe while denying certain segments of the globe those same resources? Are Negroes bringing ruin to the world? No, so we're good. There's no reason to worry. I'm just here to show you. This is why it's a show. So, and none of you seem a bit affected, which I understand is connected to the fact that you are set apart and chosen, so you don't stand like deer in headlights frozen. Yeah, we're going there today. So, how does that look? What do you say? That don't look right? Yeah? And we'll see what else might serve as their plight. We're going to go back to this and finish it up. Please like, subscribe the show. We're going to get into news for Negroes so that Negroes may know. Here we go. All right.
Also urges citizens to remain calm and take care of each other. Currently, the temperature in the city is -2 Celsius, and in the coming days is expected to drop even more to -10 degrees Celsius. Weather forecasters have warned Kiev residents in advance about climatic dangers during this period. Heavy snowfalls and strong winds are expected in the capital region. Gujarat, India. A hurricane with large hailstones swept through the Indian state of Gujarat and caused significant damage to the city of Rajkot, the fourth most populous city in the state. The size of large hailstones reached 6.5 centimeters.
Yeah, they're dressed for that, right? I mean, you guys see that this is something they're certainly accustomed to. I mean, entire communities, whole populations go out dressed not to keep warm. I'm wondering where their winter gear is. And they seem, might I say, fascinated. It's normal, though. This is India, hurricane and hail. They're picking it up, folks. Do you understand how abnormal this is? They're picking. Listen, I'm from New Jersey. I'm from back east. We see snow, we pass snow, whatever, right? Whatever, right? Get up, grab a shovel. Let's do this. These folks are fascinated. Nobody's reporting this, but let's just continue. Is it me? We'll just keep going.
Hundreds of buildings were severely damaged and crops and vehicles were also affected. Homes across the state suffered damage and many livestock were also killed. Due to the heavy rains in Gujarat.
Wait, hold up. That ain't skylighting, is it? We need to take a closer look at this, folks, because that one that's taking me aback. Now, this is India. You're going to hear me. This is India. This is India, huh? This is India. Hurricane, hail. Wow, look at the wonderment on the faces of the folks that are experiencing this. Isn't this wonderful for them? I thought this was cute. I thought this was quaint. Maybe some car damage, some lightweight. They're not dressed for it. They're all cold, but let's move on. What do we see in the next shot? I'm just looking. Tell me. What do we got? That, my friends, is bad. That ruined somebody's day right there. Yeah, that was really bad. What else can I say? Let's move forward with sound. You know what I did, folks? I just did something odd. Let me see if I can fix it. I cannot, but hold on. I got it. Just relax. I'm on the job. Boom, 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 boom. We're back. Hold on.
Homes across the state suffered damage and many livestock were also killed. Due to the heavy rains in Gujarat, 24 people were killed by lightning strikes and another 23 people were affected by unusually heavy thunder showers accompanied by strong winds for this time of year, local authorities said. Indian Home Minister Amit Shah expressed condolences to the families of the victims and said the victims would be compensated. India's meteorological department predicts the rainfall will continue in parts of the state as early as Monday. Up to 144 millimeters of rain fell in different parts of the state on Sunday and Monday. Moldova. Snowfall has hit Moldova, disabling more than 100 settlements in the central and southern regions of the country. Settlements and neighborhoods were covered with snow. Because of the bad weather, border guards had to adjust their work. The Kohol-Owanka checkpoint on the border with Romania was temporarily closed, and there were difficulties with the work of the Palanca checkpoint on the border with Ukraine.
Okay, so here's what's going on in my mind. I don't know what's going on in yours. Here's what's going on in my mind. All right, where is it? Right here. Okay. I'm looking at locality here. Locality is interesting me a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but it just seems that the Gentile nations, these European individuals that, don't have too fond a thought for the likes of you and me. Let's just admit it. They're not, they're not fans. They're fans, but they're not fans. Moldova, where else can we go via? Where are we? What's going on with you guys? Why is there so much wind and rain and snow and hail and sleet? And what's going on? What's happening, man? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. That's all. I just can't pretend that it's not something that doesn't strike me as odd. The location, folks. Location. Anyway, I'm sorry. Think about the upcoming locations, see if they're being localized, and see if this is something happening only in my eyes. We'll just do that.
Ukraine. The work of public transportation was disrupted. The left bank of the Dniester River also suffered consequences from non-weather. In Transnistria, the snowstorm that hit the region was unexpected for the inhabitants of the region. The strong wind is blowing down trees, destroying bus stops and traffic lights, and damaging power wires. Visibility on the roads is zero. In some places, snowdrifts more than 2 meters high have formed. Special equipment and snow clearing machines cannot cope. According to the Ministry of Internal Affairs of the Transnistrian Moldovan Republic, 15 traffic accidents have been recorded, 2 of which had victims. Another accident occurred in a village where a passenger car collided with a snowplow. The driver of the car was taken to hospital. At the exit from the town of Tiraspol, a bus lost control and crashed into a pole. The driver was also hospitalized. In the village of Bychok, the car rolled into a ditch. Inside the car were 2 children, a woman and 2 men. Bypass roads and highways were closed to ensure traffic safety and prevent further accidents. In connection with this, a storm warning was announced. At night and in the morning of November 27th, a strong northwestern wind with gusts up to 15 to 18 meters per second will continue in Transnistria, as well as snowstorms and ice on the roads are expected.
Man, y'all hear that wind? Whoa, boy! Look, man. Man, that wind is saying something to these people. Stop. The wind, the rain, the locusts, the pain, the hocus pocus. Look, man, they know something's up. And Negroes are just a little too happy. Negroes are a little too communicative, you know what I mean? We're talking amongst ourselves while their world falls apart talking amongst ourselves as they lose heart. And lose heart they will. And they'll lose more heart still. Let me tell you, it's about to go down. You feel me? It's about to go down. All the way around. It's the end of the Gentile nations. It is. It's the end of their appointed stations. They have no more station. Now, perhaps we'll see the rise of the Negro nation, but only under the guise of the kingdom, because that's the only way he'll bring them. Oh, I'm going to land right there. Yes, I am. We'll continue with the weather report. I gotta say it. The hell with it. That scared the bejesus out of me, man. That scared the bejesus. That's loud here. Can you imagine walking through that?
Leningrad region and Karelia, Russia. Northern lights occurred in the Leningrad region and in Karelia, which was caused by a strong magnetic storm, scientists explain. The green and pink flashes were best seen from the shore of Lake Ladoga. At the same time, a real light forest was created in the north of St. Petersburg, consisting of dozens of bright beams soaring into the sky. This happened due to the reflection of light from lanterns and ice crystals frozen in the air at low temperatures.
Let me share with you that is not a good thing. That's not all purdy and whatnot. What that's doing is putting stress on the outer protective layer of the earth, those chromospheric ejections, I believe that's what they're called, mass ejections from the chronographs from the sun. That the sun is for some reason excited beyond its normal excitement. And there is a cyclical event which last occurred in 1857, I believe the Carrington event. We've gone over this before. Suspicious observers on YouTube will give you the information needed to come up to speed. Now, look, I'm not telling you to veer outside of anything you might believe. These are scientific facts that occurred way back then, and there are scientists that say those things will happen again. And how do we know those things unfolded in prophetically to what the God Almighty might intend to be? So I assert that we all stay alert and try not to our eyes avert anything that you might think you might not learn from. Everything has learning potential. Anyway, look, these northern lights are extremely dangerous and will test the electromagnetic stress of the Earth's atmosphere. And if, God forbid, there be another Carrington event, that's it. That's it. It's over. It's done. You may as well begin to run because, you know, I don't know who'll be saved. Maybe no one. It's a big deal. So let's not think the northern lights are something to make you feel. Just keeping it real.
Romania. As a result of heavy snowfalls and snowstorms in the east of Romania, hundreds of settlements were de-energized. Traffic was blocked on some national highways. On Sunday, November 26th, bad weather led to the death of a man. His car flew off the road and crashed into a tree. A bus overturned on the highway. 15 people were injured. Police urged to refrain from traveling without an urgent need. Romanian authorities have raised the meteorological threat level in the eastern regions of Constanta, Tulcea, Galati and Brela to red. The energy minister said that power cuts were recorded on November 26 in more than 400 localities in the country.
I don't know about you folks. My name's Doug Rice. Welcome to the show. It appears to me, here's what I see. We had some folks who ascended from beneath the Caucasus Mountains long ago. They were Neanderthal-like. They were barbarian. They fight. They fought amongst each other. They kill each other's brother. They were a warring tribal group that just burst on the scene about 8,000 years ago. You know what I mean? It almost appears, that the weather appears to have a host, somebody directing things, somebody, the weather brings, you know what I mean? And they seem to be located, localized, at least it's so in my eyes, around the Balkans and the Slavics and the Russians and the Ukrainians. And what other place do you think I should be naming? Moldova, Romania. I'm not going insane yet. I'm not losing my mind. What else might we find? Come on. Seems the like kind. Almost like a judgment is being cast upon specific people at last. And it seems their end may appear here fast. Shall we finish this up? Let's.
Electricians are waiting for the weather conditions to improve in order to restore power supply. Sochi, Russia. Storm of the century in Sochi caused serious damage to the resort's embankments. Waves up to 4 meters high flooded the basements and first floors of nearby houses, and also got out on the beaches. Elimination of the consequences of the disaster has already begun, but the damage cannot yet be assessed. Residents say they have never seen such devastation before. However, the most unusual phenomenon was the tsunami recorded in Sirius. The coastal defense could not contain the force of the waves, and the Olympic promenade was destroyed. The promenade failed, and the railroad in the Lazarevsky district was washed up by the sea, which led to the stoppage of train traffic. At the moment, work is underway to strengthen the section of the railroad track in the Lazarevsky district of the resort, and passenger trains are running with delays. Shore protection works and restoration of the contact network are now underway everywhere. Sultanate of Pahang, Malaysia.
Cut!
Malaysia's worst floods continue to wreak havoc. Locals have been struggling with abnormal rainfall for 2 months. This time, the elements reached 1.5 million Sultanate of Pahang, Malaysia.
All right, folks, that will be enough of that. All right, so that is the latest happenings around the globe. That's what's happening, so you know. The weather seems agitated, doesn't it? Almost seems that the earth is itself under some sort of spell. I don't know, like an agitation conjuring. It's interesting, and I'm wondering, do they know something's on the way? Do they know? Can they feel it every day? I think they can. Big Judah, another YouTube videographer, far more valuable to you, brothers, than I. Big Judah, a new find, I believe, is, and I like what he says. Listen, eat the meat, spit out the bone. If you don't like what he says, leave it alone. But some of what he says makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to recommend Big Judah then. And he has said that these people know the end is near. They know that their end is approaching. They know that their finish is encroaching. And they're doing everything they can to hold on to the land they stole, they murdered for, and did a whole lot worse and more. You know. So on with the show. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Doug Rice. Lend me your ear. I am brought to you by TWIDwear, TWIDwear.com. Go to TWIDwear, go to TWIDwear and see what he got there. He's got some stuff, and it's pretty good stuff, I gotta say. It's amazing stuff, okay? My advice is that you go immediately and you use the promo code TDRS, and get you some dress, man. You know, TWIDwear.com. I like his apparel, his skincare. I will be trying it. He's sending some here. I ain't buying it. Sorry, Twid, that rhymed. So, so I want you to go to TWIDwear.com. I want you to use the promo code TDRS. That's for the Doug Rice Show. And shop. Shop until you drop. Buy some stuff. You know why? Because out here it's getting tough. You're going to need clothes. You're going to need skincare, especially when you wind up out there. Okay, we're good. You get it? You're good. You know what? I'm going to throw this up there for good measure. I want you to go to TWIDwear. Look up there. TWIDwear.com, folks. That's what brings you the Doug Rice Show. Listen, his gear is so warm and comfy. It's very thick in this hot studio, so he's got to send a little lighter gear for me to wear every day. Otherwise, go to TWIDwear.com and buy something. Do it now. Do it. Okay, thank you. All right, folks, thank you so much for that plug. I appreciate your time, and also you all listening to my rhyme. I did promise to give you some news articles as well. And there's a lot that I have to tell. There is. And I think you should know about it. All right, that's the beautiful Doug Rice Show. I'm still working on DougRice.com. Please, just everybody, don't tell my mom. Okay. And right now, we've got some news to peruse. I believe it's right there. I do believe so. So I usually start my news here, MSNBC News, just so you guys can understand where my sources come from. All right. A lot of Trump in the news, a lot of fear, a lot of racial stuff drawing near, a lot of tidbits that I found interesting that you may find too. Today is an official day. Listen, folks, do. The United Emirates officially stops using the dollar for oil trades. I need you to mark this day in your calendar. Today is the 27th of November, 2023, and I need you Negroes to listen to me. This is what we call a touchstone. This means the United States is on its own. And when I tell you Negroes to pack, I'm not just, I'm not just saying it for effect. I'm not just saying it, to try to sound cool. I'm certainly not trying to take you to school, but what's going on officially, the United Arab Emirates officially stops using the dollar for oil trades. Let me explain why this is important. I would like to have that stack And that's that. The global financial landscape is witnessing a seismic shift as the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, boldly moves away from the United States in its oil trade dealings. This is very, very, very impactful and will leave the United States reeling. This strategic pivot aligns with the broader ambitions of the 10-toed kingdom. Oh, I'm sorry. BRICS economic alliance, which the United Arab Emirates is a recent addition. Folks, let me stop you. Let me stop there. Let me stop too. Because you got to beware. This is not a game. Nothing is the same. Bank of America, my bank, is closing branches across the globe. That's happening today. That's news that's today. It's affected me in a horrible way. I'm at the brink of ruin. Of course, you'd never be knowing because I ain't showing. But it's true. It's true. And it's happening to folks like me and you all over the place. I'll get personal. My account was frozen. My merchant account did a somersault backwards on the 2nd of November. And since then, I've been waiting for money that's mine. And I can't remember when I've seen so much nonsense come in front of trying to release funds. And I'm on the way out. I need to tell someone. But that aside, let me get back to the news because that's the reason you came here, for me to peruse. The changeover involving the transition to local currencies for oil transactions marks a significant departure from the long-established dollar dominance in the global oil market. And it's all about BRICS. It's all about that 10-toed kingdom. I don't know if maybe I'm speaking correctly. I may not be. Who knows? But it's said that something would come and overthrow the United States grip along with the European Western nations. And it seems that BRICS is somewhat in relation to the kingdom, the 10-toed kingdom I heard mentioned. Let me tell you why I have such apprehension. Because in the BRICS nations, I see these listed. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, along with Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and Argentina. Maybe you understand and know what I mean. This expansion signifies a growing inclination towards de-dollarization among these nations, a move that challenges the traditional hegemony, I hate that word, of the US dollar in international trade. What they have done, let me tell you, their plans laid. They have just crippled the United States. Yeah, that's the reason it coincides with the banks saying bye-bye. So if you're not prepared to wing it, let me tell you something. Prophecy is about to bring it. Next! Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not paying for phones. What we got next? Maybe I'm on my own. All right, so I don't know if you knew this, but listen. Ballistic missile. The ballistic missiles are flying toward U.S. warships. CNN John Berman talks to retired General James Spider. Why did they name this man Spider? I don't know. James Spider Marks about reports that ballistic missiles were fired from Houthi rebel-controlled Yemen towards a U.S. warship in the Gulf of Eden. Now, I am going to play the audio, and I'm going to give you a fair use. If you could give me that as well, Katrina, I would appreciate you. Let's see if I can get it to go. Okay, well, look, folks, that's some serious business. That's serious business. And it speaks to what we see going on. And I think there's more to come. I think there is more to come. Now, elsewhere in the news, and I'm just taking you around the globe trying to give you where you need to go, the Pope is here now taking on the far right. Now, let me tell you why this is such a fright, okay? The far right, right-wing white nationalism, that's the full name of the far right. Let's stop abridging and abbreviating who they are. They are white nationalists everywhere. Doesn't matter where they are. They can be American, they can be German, they can be Poland, they can be in Argentina, like this gentleman here. And Argentina's president-elect Javier Milei and Pope Francis. Now, let me explain something to you. This guy's like Donald Trump with a Spanish accent that's still white and still a goofy-ass grin. But we can see that they wear on their upper epidural layers the origins of their sin. Oh, yeah, I'm going all in. So some people say Pope Francis is a communist, to which the Argentine Jesuit replies, look, I am defined by Matthew 25. Read chapter 25 of the Gospel of Matthew, and then tell me if the person who spoke those words is a communist. Who will enter the kingdom of heaven? I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. These are the things that we are commanded to do. He didn't say it like that, but, you know, for effect. In an interview 7 months ago with journalist Gustavo Silvestre from the C5N Argentine television channel, the Pope quoted the Gospel of Matthew to emphasize the importance of social justice as a response to the far right. So what the Pope did was he quoted the Bible at him. That was your strategy. I mean, you the Pope, man. I was trying to figure out, I mean, dude called you a communist, man. You know, you couldn't have like cast a miracle on him, just show him. But what you did was what every other individual would think to do. You just quoted scripture out of him. So what? I mean, I don't get it. Well, I expect more from Popey Pope. I do. Let's see what he got. I don't know. Far right. This isn't war anymore. It's terrorism. The interview has resurfaced and is trending on social media after the Pope's comment. Oh, so the Pope, regarding the Israeli-Hamas conflict, said that it's not war anymore. It's terrorism. Now, let me give you some background on the Black Pope. Oh, no, he's not a brother. And he's not even really a Black Pope. They have a Black Pope, but this guy, he's a Jesuit. Now, if you know anything about the Jesuits, then you've moved too close to the surface of the sun. Don't do that. They're a bad group of people. I can give you some background on them, but I just don't think it's safe. I'm just kidding. So this guy, Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio, I'd have kept that, man. Highlighting the Nazi regime's ascent to illustrate the threat posed by the far right, he described this type of extremism as a centripetal force that consistently regroups and hinders attempts at reform. I recommend reading Syndrome 1930. This dude's recommending books. Wait, hold up. Let me take a look here. Look, what is this dude about, man? What is he? He's recommending books? This guy right here is supposed to be the vicar of Christ. You know what that means? Let me tell you what it means. It means he's supposed to be right next to God Almighty, sitting next to the Creator, you know, like having one-on-one. He's got the hotline to God. He looks pretty odd, and he looks like he might call God sometime. I don't know. But this goofy young fella is one of quite a few right-wing white nationalists they want to put in power. They're the men of the hour, these beings, these cretins, these barbarians we're seeing. All right, I'll stop. Anyway, somebody's in my system. What's going on? Oh my goodness, what just happened there? All right, something's happening, folks, and I didn't do it. Oh my goodness, yes, somebody is in my system. Oh, somebody's in my system, folks. I see this happening, huh? All right, let me see what I can do. Somebody is attacking my system. Maybe I can recover. How interesting. All right, so let me tell you what just happened. Somebody has gone into my system. Somebody without any manners is in my system. But you know what, folks? Let me tell you something. I'm not new at this. Hold on. Bear with me. Wow. Somebody is in my system. Can you believe that? All right, well, let me see here. Do tell. Bear with me. Yeah, somebody's attacked my system, folks. That's all. Yep, that's all. But I don't give up that easy. So let me see what I can do. Yeah, somebody's a real piece of work. Well, you know, at least I'm getting their attention. All right, so looks like I cannot access my system. So what pieces of crap they are? Well, all I can imagine is it's those that don't like the truth coming out of my mouth. What they don't understand is I don't really need to be in control as long as I'm still on the show. So I can just go and go and go. It's not a big deal. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me see if I can bring my my folks with me. Oh, no sound on video. Okay. Yeah, somebody did something. All right. And am I back? Oh, I think I'm back without any problem. Well, somebody wanted to shut me up. Somebody truly, and tell me, did you guys hear anything? Tell me, give me a report of what happened. If you folks are still in here, I'm back. Let me see if you guys are still with me. I was under attack, and just the way it is when you say, we back. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Wow. Goodness, now that is amazing. That is unfazing and typical to be expected of those connected with those we suppose who need to be corrected, and correction is coming. So you better start running. You don't like what I'm saying? You think God's playing? You watch what happens. And you know why they capping. They don't like what they see. They don't like, well, they don't like me. That's fine. That's fine. Wow, I've never had that happen. Thank you so much for sticking with me, those of you that are still here. Now, there were quite a few other news items I wanted to bring near, but as you can imagine, they've all disappeared. And the worst that could happen is what happened, I fear. So, very interesting, though. There's a lot we can still discuss. And if you would like, if you guys want to have a particular topic you'd like me to hit upon, I would do so. Have you taken a look at my last few shows, especially those regarding the 13th tribe? Because I'm pretty sure that's what caught their eye. You know? And not only that, their practices, the Talmudic practices, that's almost worth a second glance. I mean, I can't even imagine. You want to give it a chance? You want to check out the Talmud? Because that sounds pretty good. Oh, I see that I'm live. That's cool. Anyway, how did I possibly survive? You guys are wonderful. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you tuning into the show. And also make sure you give TWID a visit, just so you know. Now, let me get to some other information. It almost seems like something or someone is trying to say something. I keep hearing my mic trying to say something, but let's just keep moving forward. Earlier today, oh, wait, here's something on the way. Bear with me one moment. Bear with me one moment. This looks very, very interesting. I'm going to bring it over here for you folks so you see it as well. And I apologize. Now, I did catch this dude. This dude is from TikTok. And they shut his TikTok down. And he's a very interesting dude, okay? His name is Austin Ayers, and I recommend him as well. He is where I got the idea from to do live video for cameras, live camera Gaza videos, and he sat there and he narrated. But he's got something talking about a U.S. Navy ship attacked and responding to a distress call. So let's listen to what he has to say. So let me say this to you. This kind of move by the Houthis attacking a U.S. ship is provocation. You need to understand that the Arab states are a disconnected, conjoined confluence of opposites that attract. Okay, that's what they are. So the only thing that unifies Arabs is Islam. That's it. And within the Arab culture, there are different forms and types of Islamic faith, practice, and worship. And the Houthis are a hard nut to crack. You guys got to check the Houthis out. They're about that life all day. And they are under the somewhat control, I believe, of either Iran or Saudi Arabia. And I'm more leaning towards Saudi Arabia. They're underneath one of these countries. And they don't give a damn. They don't care. Let me just explain and stop us right there. I studied Islam. I didn't take any oath, so which is what's required if you truly want to be an Islamic worshiper. But what I came to understand before that it was a sun worship, and before it was an invention of the Catholic Church, and before the folks that follow Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, out of respect, likes to have sex with 9-year-olds. Before all of that, okay, you know, it's the death cult thing. The death cult thing just turns me off. They're in love with death. I don't know if you know that Islam is not like an enemy of death. Now, humans typically are an enemy of death. Death isn't something that we desire. I don't care what's after. Let's just cut out the laughter. Everybody want to go to heaven. Nobody want to die. So stop with that, okay? I would rather not associate myself with death. In fact, if I have my choice, I don't intend to die at all. And some of you have that option. Maybe you don't understand that, but that's neither here nor there. When they start tacking these ships, they're not playing. They want something to happen, and something is going to happen. Let's get back to Mr. Ayers. I got to break into his video every so often to make sure that I'm not just replaying it. This is true. Did he call them China ships? Come on. Okay, so it's Yemenis. So listen, please, folks, look at them. They stay strapped. They ain't playing. They like that. They into this. This is what they do. I'm just telling you. Mm. Whoa! Stop! 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 We gotta hold up. Whoa! 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 Let me tell you why that is important. Let me just pause for the calls. Let me tell you why that is important. New technology. Recently, I saw a South African man. You can check the video out. I'm sure you can find it. Recently, I saw a South African man, and his complaint. Maybe we'll look at the video. His complaint was that Africans seem to be under the impression that Europeans are stealing their resources, and it's nothing could be further from the truth. It's the fact that they're being sold by their leaders. And so they're the ones selling your resources out from under you. He also made a very, very interesting point, is that your resources are still there, which tells me they know that they haven't scratched the surface in what's in Africa. What's in Africa? What's on the land belonging to Hebrews? Our land is untold wealth and riches that they can't probably even access, bitches, right? But another thing he said was this, almost Wakanda-like. I swear it. He said before they develop technology that can challenge Europeans up north, he literally said it just like that. We have to get together and prepare for war with Africans. The guy said this. He said this. White guy said it in a new video. He said, we have to prepare for war with Africans. But he mentioned that there would be a possibility that they might have some new technology. Now, Wakanda comes into mind, vibranium comes into mind. I don't know if that's possible, but isn't that interesting though? And he mentions that they have a new technology. It means that they're doing something to the current technology that either enhances it or improves it, or they're in contact with something that's telling them something. You think these pale people are the only people in contact with these ethereal beings that we're not seeing? All the nations conspired because all the nations had folks to talk to. You don't understand that? You notice that all the other nations' gods, they're here with them. Yeah, all the nations' gods that they pray to, they are either in the canopy of the earth or they are under the ground. They are bound, some not making a sound. And all of their gods, small g, are here. They're confined here. And now there's a rumbling beneath the earth, between existence, between the spaces that you don't see. And pretty soon those beings are going to manifest themselves into reality. And then what you going to do? Now, the reason I know this to be true is because our Negro God has yet to arrive. And when he does, you better hope you survive. I mean this because he's coming with thunder and lightning and terror and frightening. And for those of you in error, good night, I mean, you know. Okay, well, I want to continue with the show. So let me let young Ayers finish. He might have something to say. Who knows? You know, he almost looked worried. Now, keep in mind, folks, that Iran and all these other Islamic states are prophesied to jump on Israel, and along with the king of the north, which I believe is Putin, kind of insist to doing so. Meanwhile, the bear, which is Xi Jinping, really doesn't have another choice but to invade Taiwan to save his own country. And while he simultaneously does that, it's my thought he might attack. That's just me. My opinion might be whack. Let me fix that while I'm back at it. All right, here we go. Snack on it, y'all. Now, if you don't know what phosphoric acid is, it can be used to create an explosive. If you know anything about science, and if they had a tanker full, I mean, consider what their bravado is. I mean, they are They are about that biz. I like that. That's interesting, though. Yeah, I like him. Yes. Now you know why I listen to everybody, folks. I listen to everybody because everybody's got something to say. And the point of view might pull a new point of view your way. You never know. But this guy, he puts on a very good show, and he is well informed. He's just not the norm, and I like and respect that. So, and I don't care, but you hang in there. All right, now what next? Thank you so much for showing up, folks. My name is Doug Rice, host of the Doug Rice Show, and I am brought to you by TWID, and TWID is the best gear you can wear. Also, they have skincare. Whoa, I have skincare. They have skincare coming out. Pardon me. And as soon as I get some of that skincare, you bet I'm gonna wear some, no matter what. And there it is. All right, so we did the cataclysms. We know what's happening in the news. I don't know if we've gotten an emergency alert lately from NY Prepper. NY Prepper does some very good, some good alerts, as well as Canadian Prepper. Listen to both of them; it couldn't hurt. Now, I did mention during the show that just so you know, I'm having financial difficulties. It's not anything I'm complaining about. I am only asking and will so shout out to look down there and give to the Doug Rice Show if you care. And if you don't care, then give anyway. I mean, who knows what I might have to say. I like doing this. I want to continue doing this, but if time or if things don't permit me able to continue, then you will not see me massaging your mental sinew. All right, there we go. All right, and I think that's the show. It's what? It's 7:33. I was on for a minute. They tried to cancel me, but I'm still in it. You know, I don't even believe that. They really tried to hurt the show. But try as they might, I'm still here, and I appreciate you drawing near. All right, folks, that's it. Don't forget to go to TWID. Don't forget to go to TWID, okay? And that's it. Go there, shop, look around, see what you like. You might see something you like. If you see something you like, well, I want you to buy it, all right? Use TDRS as the promo code, and I am out. Welcome to your abode. I hope I've gotten some of you home safe. You guys have a wonderful day. My name is Doug Rice. You guys heard what I say, because that's what I do. I was looking at you. Doug Rice. Bye-bye.